son Mayoma. Orgona.
Oh my God.
Masters None, episode 106.
Episode 106 and Beeble. We're live. We got Twiz in the house.
Producer Twiz in the house.
Twiz is in the house.
What's good, baby?
Yo, everybody got a fresh cut, so everybody need to give some thumbs up right now. Put them thumbs up. Yo, everybody need to subscribe right now for the Beard Fade Gang. Right now.
Damn.
You know, sorry. And the Goatee Gang.
Yeah. And you know what? I told you about this goatee. If I shave this tomorrow, it'll never come back. It'll take me another 30 years to get this puppy back.
Oh, man.
I know it's 30 years in the making, bro.
Yeah, 100%. You remember when I had it dragon style, right? It'd take me 15 to get that back.
Bro, for real. That shit was wispy on the ends and shit.
Yeah, I looked like a kung fu master from a movie at one point. I just didn't shave my mustache.
Look like
but it only grew on the outside. It was the weirdest thing. I don't even get it. It's like my mustache will like populate only on the outskirts, you know?
Yeah.
Not on the inside.
Look like you get to the dinner table like this, like you spin and you just land on top of the candlestick.
On top of the candlestick, I land on the floor and crisscross applesauce.
Crushing it.
Pull a fucking fresh set of Supreme chopsticks out my fucking pants.
Yo, you're out of your sleeve, bro.
Oh, out of my sleeve. You're right. Damn, you're right.
Come on.
Only thing better than that is owning a quiver, right?
What's that?
A quiver? That's where an archer keeps their arrows.
Yeah.
That thing, it's called a quiver.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Damn, you never fucking played a single video game.
Bro, yo, not at all. Did you never watch Robin Hood and what was the Disney one? It was
Robin Hood Men in Tights?
No, it's just I think the Disney one was just Robin Hood. You never just watched Robin Hood?
Like the fox?
Robin Hood and Little John walking through the forest.
The one where he was a
I'm gonna
fox?
keep it a stack. I don't know who the fuck he's talking about. You're talking about the guy who steals from the rich and gives to the poor?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm
Of
talking
course.
That guy, I know who that guy, yeah.
Yeah,
You don't know who that guy is, but you know what the fuck a quiver is?
A quiver is, yo, what's up, Rami? A quiver is a device that will hold your arrows when you're running through the forest slaying things.
That's a fact. Were you robbing a rich and feeding a poor?
Yeah, did he use a bow and arrow?
Yeah, Robin Hood used a bow and arrow. Come on.
I don't know
that
why.
was his shtick.
Really?
He was Hawkeye before Hawkeye existed. You feel me?
Damn, I don't know why in my mind I thought he was like a slingshot guy. I don't know why.
No.
Maybe in his younger days.
You think is it a quiver if you keep marbles in it?
I think it's a quiver. Is it a quiver? You know what?
You can't talk about the quiver stuff. You just got put on. Justin, we're both so full of shit that we will do things like that. We'll just I'll just learn about something and I'll start telling you about it.
I just downloaded a bunch of new information.
No. You definitely knew, yeah.
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 Nah, that's how it goes, man. As soon as listen, limited expertise.
Yeah. Thoughts on the Drake album in the chat?
Yo, Rami, we reviewed the Drake album last Monday, but the way we felt about it was we all kind of had a different take on it. I thought it wasn't really necessarily a dance album, but it definitely was dance to a point. It was kind of what we expected based on that comment that was down in the post.
Yeah, I thought it was a good dance album. Yeah. It's not necessarily what I wanted from Drake, but it was a decent dance album. I don't think anybody could say it was a bad album, but if you really want to see what we thought about it, check out the video. It's like 2 episodes ago. It's in the title.
Yeah.
So you'll see it.
Yeah, the review is the one right after the episode when we went live the night he dropped it. So it's that Monday episode following that Thursday.
Yeah, appreciate you for tuning in, man.
Yeah, for sure.
So much stuff to talk about today.
Yeah.
Did you guys have a good weekend?
Go ahead.
I had a good weekend. I had a great weekend. Actually, let me back up a little bit.
Go ahead, man. Get comfortable.
No, I had a great weekend. I went with the wife and the kids. We went on vacation. We went to Maine.
Nice.
Yo, I'm gonna keep it real with you. First off, I ain't never been to Maine before in my life.
I never been, bro.
I never been there either.
I never been to Maine in my life. It's a little different up there, but I'll tell you this much, man. 2 whole lobsters for $25, 3 whole lobsters for $27. I ain't arguing.
Damn, and they got the pack out there, recreational cannabis.
Yo, they do. The crazy part is, I thought I would see a lot more like dispensaries, like open dispensaries, and people going wild. I think there was like one person with like a joint in the street, one dude.
Yeah, because when you let it just rain, it naturally gets civilized.
Yeah. No, you're right. I think people self-governing, but for the most part, man, we were right there on the shoreline, right there on the beach. The kids loved the view. The kids had a great time. We walked the strip. They had a strip, a couple tattoo parlors, a carnival. We went to a water park. which was kind of dope because, like, you know, here you go to certain water parks, I'm not going to mention them, but it's like $70 just to get in. And then there's like 80 million people online. So by the time you leave, you only got on like 4 rides. Over there, bro, yo, they were running people through. So you got on like 16 rides. Let's put it this way. We planned to stay there for 2 hours, and 2.5 hours we got on every single ride. You know what I mean?
That's fucking lit,
Like,
bro.
yeah, like there was no, it was no bad vibes. We went to this place called the Golden Rooster, had a good breakfast when we first got there. You know, got to the hotel, checked in, chilled on the beach. I watched the sunrise. You know what I'm saying? We took the kids out. We there was a lot of events, man. We hit the, like I said, we hit the carnival. We walked the strip.
Carl?
We went to we went to a couple different restaurants. We had lobster. We had lobster rolls, of course.
Yeah, bro.
And yeah, we had a good time. You know, just celebrating 2 years, being married, and just, you know, having the kids together. You know?
Damn, Felicidades, homeboy.
Good for you, bro. That's how you do it, man. That's
Yeah,
how
sounds
you,
like a good ass time.
Hell yeah, bro. I'm a little sad I wasn't there.
Yeah. Damn,
Yeah.
it makes you want to go to Maine. I'll tell you one thing. If I'm going to build a bunker, and I can't front like I just thought of this. One of my boys, this was his idea first, and then I've taken it and since expanded on it.
Okay.
But the land in Maine is not very expensive. Like you can get like 10 acres for like 20 grand or some ridiculous shit like that.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, so it's
3
like
ways.
a cool like fantasy idea.
This is not something that I'm going to execute.
Okay.
No, we should.
But this is something that, you know, it's like window shopping.
Okay, yeah, it's like fantasy creating and like interesting conversation based on things that could potentially be done if we had astronomically more money, more time, and this was possible.
Yeah. I think everybody doesn't do that. Kind of like,
Yeah, I think about rocket ships and things I'd like to acquire at some point.
you don't look at like, you never seen like an expensive car and be like, man, I would totally get that car. Even though like, I do that with Ferraris too. I look at Ferraris, I'm like, oh man.
A Ferrari's feasible, bro. I have confidence that one day you'll have a Ferrari. Don't
Yeah.
put that out of your grasp like
I'm not
it's a
saying a
fantasy.
Ferrari. I'm just saying because you were so surprised by the fact that I was window shopping for land in Maine, and then you doubted me following through with this.
Bro,
Now, you know what?
There's dragons that I've thought about breeding. All right, out in a foreign land.
Okay, all right. So we're on the
All
same
right.
page. Okay, so there's land out there. Like I
Yeah.
said, 10 acres. You get it for like 20 grand or something like that. And you get there, and you know you build your bunker. When the shit hits the fan, you got to get there. And I thought about this too. Shit hitting the fan and getting out.
Yeah.
I don't think like one of those. While I would love to say like a big truck or like an overlander vehicle would be the best way to get out.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like the traffic. You got to get through a bridge. We live on an island, so then I think a boat.
Yep.
But even a boat, kind of dangerous, you know? It's going to take you a little bit. You're subject to to Mother Nature.
True.
Correct. The stormy seas.
Mm-hmm. Helicopter, also subjected to the weather, but you're going to get there fastest. It's probably the best vehicle for a zombie like apocalypse, like escape, right?
You think so?
I don't know.
Helicopter?
I'm going with both.
If I'm going, I'm saying, listen, I'm getting a jet. Why stop at a boat? I'm getting a Boeing 757.
Listen,
You got to
fellas,
take off,
fellas.
you know?
Listen, you're much more likely to take off on a jet than you are a helicopter with a bunch of zombies chasing you. Because guess what? They're grabbing onto that shit and they're hanging on. They don't lose grip strength.
Nah, but
No,
here's
zombies got great grip.
they definitely
Absolutely.
got great grip. But
Almost as good as that lady checking pulses last video. Go ahead.
here's my point. I think it's boat and I think it's sailboat. The reason why I think, let me finish. The reason why I think it's boat and sailboat, because you gotta remember,
No fuel.
traffic's gonna be blocked up, fuel's gonna be super scarce, and then even if you get the fuel, you gotta get through all the zombies and all the people that were trying to get the fuel with you.
And then you got to get fuel again.
Yo,
Sailboat is a very, very good one. If you know how to sail a boat.
yeah, well, I mean,
Because you
listen,
could kill your whole family out there with it being inexperienced. I know a guy who took a sailboat out one time,
Oh, yeah?
and it was a dangerous time.
yeah, I just, you know what it is? I think, I think just long term, sailboat
real.
is the best way to go. And also, you gotta remember, we're on an island, so the only thing we want to do is kind of get to the coast and coast, literally.
Yeah,
Live
get
off
outta
the
here.
coast, go into the land where we need to, get back on the boat, get back to the water. If anything comes, we have enough time and enough space to put distance between us and get out there. You know what I mean?
No, you're right. I agree with you. I don't. A boat would be very good, and you could live on a boat too.
Facts.
But it's like Spaz says in the chat, he thought you had a 30-foot mobile bunker. You do.
I do. Yeah, I do. But the problem is getting that motherfucker off the island. It's hard getting it out during fucking 5 o'clock traffic.
True.
I can only imagine
You're
like
lying.
trying to escape a city when like everybody's trying to escape in something that size.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to get too deep down the fucking zombie rabbit hole.
Hey, listen, man, it's good to be prepared. You never know. Shit's getting weird. I mean, the president already said there's going to be another Schman Schmemmy.
Yep.
Yeah.
He already threatened it. He threatened it. You saw that?
He said, you guys better start acting better.
He really said, listen, you guys better be ready. There's going to be another Schman Schmemic. He said, another one. It's coming. I said, what?
Oh, he did the
Is
Khaled?
that a threat?
Is it the Khaled?
Do you know something that we don't know? And
He said, we're preparing it like we did the last one.
what happened to Giuliani this weekend? It's crazy. People are just putting their hands on people aggressively.
Did you hear how he described the slap heard around the world?
For people who don't know, we're talking about the slapping of Rudy Giuliani.
Yeah, former mayor of New York City. He's actually credited with cleaning up the city and making New York City much more safe. At the time, it's a shithole again. But previously, there was a time when it wasn't such a shithole. But he described this slap that he received from a patron.
Yeah.
He described it as feeling like getting shot.
He said if he wasn't a stronger man, he would have fell.
He said he would have fell and bust his head open and stuff and been like really injured. He said if I wasn't in such good shape. That's what he said.
Oh, he's in good shape?
Rudy Giuliani is going to be on the next Men's Health cover. If anybody was curious. All right, he is the definition of ideal male health.
Yo, bro, he's gonna be on the cover of Men's Health, and it's gonna say open-handed, open-minded.
Yo,
Have good core strength so you can withstand a slap.
we're gonna show you guys the said slap. So we play it. It's hopefully video too. Here we go.
There's Rudy Giuliani pointing in the front. Watch this now. Oh gosh. And
What the fuck is that guy's problem?
I love how the lady with him burped him. that was my favorite part.
Oh man,
Burped the little old man. Let's see it again.
What do you think he's saying to him? Whack.
so yo, how's the pastrami and rye? Nah.
Yeah.
Yo, you know what that looked like? Someone just like a regular New Yorker coming by him and saying, Giuliani, what's going on?
Yeah. You gotta try the braciole.
Yeah, it's like,
he
yo,
smacked
man,
him
this
on the
place
back.
is a shithole now. Clean it up.
It's funny though because the more I analyze this video as it's looping back, I'm thinking to myself that lady's hilarious rubbing his back. Nobody really moved too quick. Thank God he didn't have a 38. But Jesus Christ. But
With the taped up and shit, the taped up 38.
fact, yeah, he didn't just drop it and stare at everybody. Don't stare too long, but don't run.
I didn't realize.
Don't
but
look
that guy,
away.
That guy's wearing a mask too. That's the most suspicious part about this whole thing to me. Why is that guy wearing a fucking mask still?
What we might not know is that he just challenged him to an all-out game of freeze tag.
Do
He's
you
like,
think he went over there and said, "You're it"?
Yep.
That's
I wouldn't
a fact.
doubt it. He was like, "You're right. You ever see that extreme tag? Like the parkour people that
Oh,
play
that
tag?
shit's crazy. Pull us out to
Yeah.
it.
So the more I watch this video, the more I think, yeah, it was nothing. They made a big deal out of this for no reason. But then I think to myself, he may have just sent the message.
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey, Rudy, you're touchable."
That's
You definitely. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Hey,
You
bro-
definitely shouldn't touch anybody.
Yeah, especially not a politician. I ever told you the time I was half in a bag and tried to run up on Mayor Bloomberg in the subway station?
What?
oh man.
I tried to go and say hello. I almost got killed.
What tells the story?
Bro, I was with my friend. We were out in the city and having a good time, night on the town. So I had a few, and then another few, and then a few more. And then we're down in the subway station just kicking it, and I spot Mayor Bloomberg when he was the mayor of New York City. So I go over and try to say hello to him.
Yeah.
Needless to say, 5 gentlemen in nice tailored suits
Little American flag pins on them.
and earpieces come out of nowhere and hemmed me up. They yoked your boy.
What did they say to you?
Yoked him.
Not much, but threatening words.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Grab me up in all the places that make you go like this. And my feet were barely touching the ground. I was like squeaking, scuffing on the platform.
Yeah, something about those suits that don't make them look as big as those guys really are.
Yeah, I thought it was the Men in Black. I thought it was the Men in Black, or I thought it was like, You know, I thought it was the agents for the Matrix. I said, "Oh, I'm in deep shit here." I was like, "Damn it!"
You're waiting for the fucking twins to show up.
Yeah, I'm telling you, for them to come through the train like with like the swords and shit. So yeah, so they kind of yoked me up, and I remember just distinctly trying to just say, "I'm trying to see the mayor."
Yeah,
like, I'm trying to say hello.
Yeah, I got an appointment with the mayor.
That wasn't a thing. And then my boy was able to take me into his custody, and they allowed me to go on my way.
And live.
But you know, it's funny because he these politicians, like him at the time, he was trying to make it look like he just rides public transportation like regular people.
Yeah, but he can't fucking be even spoken to. Like,
Yeah,
you can't. He probably gets a car to himself.
I mean, more than likely he gets a train car by himself, but it was just funny to me because I'm like, the guy is trying to act like a regular person, but meanwhile he's got these guys ready to just yoke up anybody that sits next to him, you know, or holds the bar over him on the subway.
Yeah.
You know, but it was funny, but I guess I had it coming. You don't want some idiot, you know, now in hindsight, I'm like, you know, you don't want some idiot walking up on an important political figure, you know?
Yeah, that guy he shouldn't have been able to get that close.
This guy to Giuliani.
Like, what the fuck is going on at this guy? Wow, how the tables have turned.
Yes.
What the fuck is going on at this guy's able to get that close to him?
Well, no, but they were saying that the guy that touched him was just an employee of the supermarket. So, I mean, if that, you got to think about it. If that's your average regular supermarket you go to all the time, there's some guy, you know, like, hey, yo, there's a guy, yo, good morning. Berto, this how you want.
Yeah, this guy, that's not the first guy this guy slapped.
He was like, Chobani's 10 for 10.
Yeah.
Chobani 10 for 10.
He was like, yo, you got that Nova, right? That smoke Nova?
Said, I heard you like Brajul.
Just kidding.
Here, I sliced this myself.
Yeah.
Let's catch up on the chat real quick because
man.
I know there's stuff in there that.
Yeah, catch up on it. Yeah, so Spaz is saying he was an employee of the supermarket, apparently, like Twiz just said.
Yeah, yep.
On a complete side note, the camera was only running at like 15 frames per second as possible. He wound up some 900 mile per hour slap between frames.
Hey, listen, you never know.
That's possible, but I'll tell you what. I shout out Giuliani's extraordinary, exceptional level of fitness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. Shout out to that man's spinal cord.
Yeah. He took that. I'll tell you, he took it like a champ. Took it like a champ.
I watched dudes this weekend get hit not as hard as that and go to sleep.
Yeah, what the UFC event?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was last weekend, no?
Saturday. There was fights this Saturday.
Damn, it was this. Jesus, man. My weekend was packed of like so much shit that I was like, damn. I was like, that was already just 2 days ago? Shit, I thought it was a week before.
That's a fact. Shout out one in the chat.
What's his name? Neil Magny got fucking choked to sleep. Sorry, spoiler alert.
Yeah, damn, I didn't even see that fight.
My bad, sorry.
Did he tap or he went to bed?
He tapped.
Oh, but so he didn't go to bed.
No, he didn't go to bed.
So he didn't get choked to sleep.
He didn't get choked to sleep. I'm sorry. It's a drama, you know?
Yeah, but my mental
every
picture
good
of it was very different.
I shouldn't have said that. You're right. But every good story is sprinkled with a little bit of fucking, what's it called?
Bullshit?
Yes.
Yeah.
A little. Would you like your bullshit? Would you like your bullshit shaven?
Yeah.
Or graded? How do you want it?
I don't want to get too deep into the fights, but the event was good.
Nice. You don't know what other fights we could talk about?
Talking about the riots going on right now.
Yeah,
they're not riots. Excuse me. The protests going on right now.
Everybody's fighting. Listen, shout out to everybody fighting for their rights right now.
Yeah.
What's the difference, right?
Stand up for your rights.
Yeah, stand up for your rights. Stand up for your rights. And I'm just looking for one pretty girl at one of these protests. These are all 2s and 1.5s. And I'm like, God damn.
You're saying there's not one adjustable
like
6?
SeaWorld out there. Yo. And I'm like, what is going on?
There's not one single adjustable 6 out there?
Not except the one that ain't shit in this video we about to play.
Go ahead, Twiz.
That's the only one.
Oh, man. What is that? 3, right?
Yeah, what's her name?
Jody.
I seen this video, and I'm telling you right now, I thought this was just a person. They said her name, and I was like, who the fuck is that? And I just kept it pushing.
Yeah, Jody Sweden. I believe she played Stephanie Tanner on Full House.
Go ahead. Let's see her get fucking...
Yeah, I think it's 3.
Yeah, it's 3.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, nah, that was a real fall.
Yeah, nah.
Run it back.
She was dazed and confused.
Yeah, put the hat on. She's still incognito. She's like, damn, I was trying to hide until you shoved me.
She's like,
she got that fucking... You think she just bought that? Or she's always had that?
What, the megaphone?
Yeah.
Nah, she just bought that. She stopped and asked her as seen on TV store and grabbed the first one she's...
I wish... How does this type of a protest garner the same chant as like when people get murdered by the cops?
Yeah, that I was just about
no
to say
justice,
that.
no peace.
Yeah, what's up with that?
No, get a new chant. Y'all need a chant writer.
Yeah, we need a better chant. I'm not saying I don't support you guys. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't care either way. Let's put that out there right now. I'm not getting in the middle of this schmortion discussion. I'm not getting in the middle of this. But what I think is just like the way that the protests are happening is I'm just laughing at the way things are going down.
Yeah.
You know, like that chant right there. Come on,
How's
bro.
it relevant, right? Like you're just saying this because it's a chant that people say at these kind of things.
Yeah, you chant that at like brutal police violence protests where innocent, unarmed men are being killed by the cops. That's an appropriate chant. You can't use the same chant. You can't bite that chant for something that's not at all having to do with violence and not having to do with people being killed. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you guys got to come up with a different,
with a different, a different little jingle. You know, there's writers, get on Fiverr. You know, get on Fiverr, get yourself somebody that'll write you a nice little different jingle.
Yo, shout out to Fiverr.
You know, shout out to Fiverr is right. But yeah, I just found that to be strange. You know, and did you see the girls going and ripping their clothes off at Joel Osteen's church?
Nice.
Wait,
no.
what?
During again some hard 1.5s ripping off their clothes and just yelling at Joel Osteen's church, like while he's doing a sermon in that big stadium, like that big.
Oh, the one that he didn't let anybody come into when the hurricanes hit and all the natural disasters were happening, and he didn't give anybody any support. Yeah.
That's because it's his Lord and Savior that's creating those natural disasters.
Oh.
Yeah, and his Lord and Savior does not wash anybody down the road with their entire home and their whole family and all their pets that was not conducting any kind of sin.
Because if you're not a sinner, your house and everything is taken care of. You're well taken care of.
You would have been invited onto the ark.
Got it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
Joel Osteen.
But yeah,
that's the guy with that wicked hair that be having that church
smile.
online. He'd be stealing people's money.
The guy that looks like the Riddler.
He definitely looks like the Riddler.
Doesn't he look like if they made a parody of like they did like a parody documentary of him, like he would play himself?
Oh, most definitely. You know what's funny?
Yeah.
Most definitely. You know what he looks like?
It would be an auto parody.
Yo, dude.
Like an autobiography.
He looks like one of those guys that's in like on the cover of a parody porn. Yo,
like his hair's not real.
yeah, like Harry, like Harry Twatter or something like that. Like he looks like the guy on the cover.
Okay.
Like he's Harry with the, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
this is him in the
yeah.
camera.
You put him. I never seen him while he's doing like a sermon. He'd be wearing the robes and stuff. Is that what you're saying?
Nah, listen, that's not what I said.
I don't know. I'm not a big.
I'm just saying from the facial expressions that he makes and like the
Yeah.
pictures I've seen of him, he just looks like a parody porn cover guy.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
So you're saying there was women protesting in front of his
Not in front of it. They were inside
Taking their clothes off?
acting like they were patrons to listen to him.
Wait,
and then they stand up and start pulling off their clothes and they had
I got one question.
and they start screaming, "My body, my choice" and stuff. And I'm like, this is not the place. He doesn't disagree. He's never been outspoken about either side. He minds his business. He just runs his church business because that's what it is. It's a business.
So he hasn't stated whether he's pro-choice or not.
No, they just randomly selected this place to get attention.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
It's attention. That's what I was gonna say. The funny thing, one thing I want to say is what I don't get is how do you have all these women walking in with trench coats on and nobody notices anything's up? Like 17, 18, 19 women walk in with tan trench coats and nobody goes, this isn't a 90s movie. No? Okay.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. It's just weird. Like there's, things are overlapping that don't make sense, and I don't know.
Welcome to 2022, fellas.
Yeah, I do feel bad though that Stephanie Tanner ate shit out there.
The whole side
her
of the
backpack
situation
was too heavy. She needed to pack less snacks. She planned to be out there for a minute. She had too many Capri Suns in there. Those things will throw off your center of gravity.
There's one too many bananas in that bag.
Yeah.
Listen, I empathize. I don't want to state which. I mean, it doesn't really matter. But I'm with him. But you guys got to figure something else out.
Yeah, 3 girls wearing sundresses. Spaz said.
Well,
that's what it was.
Nothing conspicuous about women in sundresses.
Yeah, no, not in church.
I mean, yeah, I didn't even know all these things were happening. Honestly, that shows you how far I am away from mainstream media.
That was a little while ago. A few weeks ago, the one I just brought up about Joel Osteen. This one with Stephanie Tanner was new.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's fairly recent. I know that much. It's crazy. The world squabbles right now. I think. Hot take, we should come together as a people, but I mean that's been a hot take for quite some time now. So,
Hold on, I take back what I said. One of them looks all right.
Oh, yeah.
I take back what I said. Hold on.
There's a bad one in there.
Hold on.
Let's see it.
Yo, shout out everybody in the chat right now. We appreciate y'all.
Yeah, shout out everybody in the chat, man.
Yeah,
I'm watching this for educational purposes.
If you're with us, please, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new here.
Definitely send to a friend too.
Send to a friend.
We here for the people.
Yeah, man. Share it.
I want to talk about before.
There's an ad playing, so carry on.
Well, no, I wanted to talk about what we talked about a little bit of. Last week, I went on we haven't talked about Netflix in a long time, and like what we're all watching.
Correct. So go ahead and kick that off.
And last week, I started watching the new season of the show called Umbrella Academy. The Umbrella Academy. I was trying to think of the name. I forgot it. That's why I did that. I'm
like, wait, what?
Yeah, the Umbrella Academy.
That build up.
I'm not done with it yet. Have you watched it?
I have never seen it before.
Have you watched it, Justin?
The Umbrella Academy, yeah, but there's a 4 and a couple of 2s.
No,
But yeah, go ahead.
Oh, you're talking about the chicks at the thing.
Yeah, but the Umbrella Academy. Yes, I watched the Umbrella Academy originally, but there's so much stuff that sometimes I just get lost in how much content there is, and I just end up not finishing. So
that's super easy to do.
That's what happened.
Yeah, I've been watching that, and I've been watching The Boys, but I'm not. That's not on Netflix.
Definitely on The Boys. That's Amazon Prime. For anybody that doesn't know, The Boys is based off a comic book series. You guys should definitely check it out.
Yeah, I want to get I definitely want to take a look at that. But
you said you were watching Kenan and Kel, right? Kenan and Kel just dropped on Netflix.
Kenan and Kel just dropped, bro. We were watching it last night. Me and my girl were watching it, and it was I was cracking up, man. I was like, Kel was so damn funny. I don't know how he must have. I don't know what happened to him. Did he start smoking crack or something?
Nah.
Because why did he not pop off? And Kenan made it to SNL.
How'd that happen?
Like he's way funnier than Kenan.
Did he want too much money or something?
No, I think he probably just took a wrong turn, bro. That I don't want to assume the worst.
I don't want to assume he was getting dusted.
But he
was hanging out with that dude that said he tongued down Raven Simone.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. The dude that he played like everybody's little brother.
Yeah.
Oh man. Nah, but I don't
that
know
guy was methed out his face.
Yeah, what happened to Kel?
Yep.
Because Kel was funny. I don't know what the hell. Like Kenan was funny on the show because there was the episode that I was watching.
Well, first of all, how'd you start it? Did you just start from season 1, episode 1?
No, we just jumped to season 2. I just played a random episode. I mean, we've seen all the episodes. I watched that shit years ago, you know, when it was on, and my girl did too. So, but I jumped into an episode in season 2 where Kel had injured ribs. Okay. Right, so he's complaining about his injured ribs. He's like, "Oh, my ribs!" So they take him to get X-rays, and when he goes to get X-rays, they're like, "Your ribs aren't broken; they're just bruised." But then he puts the X-ray up, and all his insides are orange.
What?
You know why?
Yeah, because the orange soda.
Yeah, and they were like, he was like, "Your insides are orange, Kel," and he's like, "Well, and Kenan's like, "Oh, well, that's because Kel loves orange soda," and he's like, "I do," and he, and he's like, "You would have to drink like 5 to 6 gallons of orange soda a day," and he's like, "Well." Yeah. He's like, "Do me a favor." He gives him a urine specimen cup. And he's like, "Fill this up." He's like, I'll have to check when I get back. So he leaves and he pulls out a bottle of orange soda and pours it into his cup.
I thought you were going to
drinks it.
I thought you were going to say that he pissed and it was orange soda.
No, he used it to drink more orange soda. It was funny.
Jeez.
I just found it to be super interesting, man.
Yeah. Just to jump in real quick. So Kel, what happened was after Kenan and Kel ended in the year 2000, they both tried out for Saturday Night Live, and Thompson, Kenan got the job, and Kel didn't. So what Kel went on to do was he went on to just do like guest spots in different shows and fill in for film and TV and things like that. And his career kind of went from there. But he also had a son. He was raising his son. The main thing is he was trying to get away from that part. And you know how sometimes your best work is your worst. Your worst.
You get pigeonholed into a box.
Yeah. So
that's how you get stiflered.
But he was doing well. He actually did the ironic part is I forgot what show I was watching. Maybe it was The Game. There was a show I was watching, and I think it was The Game, and he just randomly was on an episode. And I was like, dude, what the fuck? I said, this is where he's been hiding at this entire time?
Yeah, he pops up every once in a while. In the chat, they're saying Better Call Saul. You watch that show, right?
No, I actually haven't gotten into it. So shout out Saif, man. Shout out our listeners from the UK, man. We appreciate you. So Better Call Saul, yeah, man, we got to check that out. We also noted your previous comment too about the pick for 7 albums you put on a perfect album. We'll get back to that for sure.
I heard about that show, but I haven't watched it myself yet either. Spaz is watching Ozark, super fucking good show.
Yeah.
I can't even. I'm embarrassed by how fast I watched that last last Ozark. Yeah,
I've only seen like a couple episodes with the wife. Like my wife will be watching it. I kind of jump in bed or whatever case be, and I'll watch a couple of like little clips and pieces. And she gets she gets pissed at me because she'll be watching a show. And I'll dissect it. Like I might jump in like season 3, episode 2, and I'm like, oh, okay. So then in the first season, this must have happened to lead to this in the second season, and now he's here doing this. Now she's like, what the fuck? Why do you always do that?
Only serial killers do that shit. I hate that shit where people could just. My chick could do that too. My girl don't give a fuck what season or episode you're on. She just starts watching it. She's such a detective that she just figures it out, bro.
Listen, you'll get duct tape.
She's halfway through season. We could start on season 5 and halfway through it. By the time I get to season 6, she already knows shit that I don't know.
Yeah. Well, some people are able to just put that shit together, man.
Yeah. I don't even enjoy that.
Me neither. I'm not into it. Just like I'm not into people like my girl has a friend that looks everything up before she watches it.
Nah, that's too much.
And I'm like, what? Like, she'll look up everything about what happened in the show and then watch the show.
Yeah. My girl will ruin the show for herself. She'll Google things about the show.
Yeah.
That's serial killer shit. You got to dig in about the show. Take a shovel and randomly check spots in the backyard. Because that's crazy.
Nah, I've done that on accident. Like,
yeah.
Like I'll look up the cast. Like sometimes I'll look up the cast. Like if I haven't heard of somebody, like The Boys, for example. Like I looked up who plays Hugh?
Homelander?
No. First off, that actor, I forgot his name, but he puts on an amazing performance. Because when I be watching it, I be getting tense. I'm like, yo, this guy's gonna kill all of us. Yeah, I be feeling like I'm gonna die just behind the screen.
Nah, he is a good actor. But who we talking about?
What is his name? Jack Quaid or
I am terrible with names.
The main well, I guess he was the main character, Huey. He plays Huey. I think his name.
Now he was. I don't want to hear no past tense. Who died and who didn't? Don't do that because I haven't seen any of it yet.
No. I'm not. No.
But I know what you mean. You'll look up the cast and then they'll be like, "So this character died in episode 3," and you're like,
"You know what they'll do?" No. You know what it is? What happened to me was
Huey Campbell.
Yeah, Huey Campbell. No, but the actor, his name is
Jack Quaid.
Jack Quaid. So I was right. Damn, I'm good. Anyways,
is he related to Dennis Quaid?
Yeah, I think Dennis Quaid's son. I think it's his son. I think. Huh. If that's his son, bro, I'm walking out. I'm done. I'm 2 for 2. I mean, I'm 2-0. But in any case, the main point I'm trying to make is I want to look up the character. See,
Dennis Quaid.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
He's also got an uncle named Bobby Quaid.
I'm playing Lotto tonight. I'm playing lottery tonight. We gonna win, boys. So anyway,
tell us about Dennis Quaid.
Yeah. So no, Jack Quaid. So the point is, I went to look up Huey, and they started referencing the source material, and I was like, damn. I don't want to ruin anything, but I can say this: the show does divert from the source material. You get what I'm saying? So not everything is 100% from the comic.
Yeah, nobody reads the fucking lore anyway, so it's all good. Not to say that you shouldn't read it. I'm just saying like 90% of people don't really read that shit.
The lore will ruin it a lot of times, just like the book will ruin it. Just like the book will ruin it if you read it after you watch the movie. Don't do it.
Spaz says. He says that underrated show is what's that? Letterkenny? What's that say? Is that a joke that I just say it out loud? And
you got.
Did I just get got? What is that?
I'm just kidding. I have no idea.
I'm afraid to read his chat sometimes.
I wanted to go back to what Saeed said that he said about Better Call Saul. People have told me Better Call Saul is better than Breaking Bad.
I don't know about that.
Wait, hold on. What's the plot? Give me some background.
It's before Breaking Bad, and Better Call Saul was like all these different dudes' lawyers, and like they say his wife is like a writer. It's like before Breaking Bad, the lawyer from.
Oh, so it's a prequel.
Yeah, it's a prequel. Yeah, you remember Saul, right?
Well, fun fact: I didn't fucking watch Breaking Bad. I only watched like a couple seasons of it.
Blasphemy!
I stopped watching it.
Yo,
do me a favor.
Cut the camera.
Put the camera on this man, and we're gonna point and laugh at him.
It was kind of repetitive.
No.
Don't. We're gonna save your. Listen, guys. He doesn't mean that.
Yeah,
Everybody in the
knows
chat,
not what he says.
He knows not what he does. The power of Christ compels him. Power of Christ.
Listen, I don't know. I just I lost interest like season 3 when somebody's teeth was in the somebody with gold teeth got killed. And took his teeth.
Lord, why am I forgetting his name?
Who's it? Tuco?
Tuco, yes. When Tuco, you know what episode he's talking about? He's talking about the episode when Tuco's teeth washed up on the riverbank, and those guys that were made out to be immigrants kind of swam across.
The bald Mexican dudes?
Yeah. And they found them.
Those guys are gangsters.
That was like a foreshadowing to like 4 episodes later or something like that.
Yeah, so I watched, that was probably the last episode I seen.
First off, did you guys see, just speaking of Tuco, did you guys see that edit that somebody made of Tuco taking the Infinity Stones from Thanos?
Yes!
Yo.
It was amazing.
That shit was so funny.
No. He takes the Infinity Stones and he starts busting them down and railing them. And it's one of the greatest edits.
Yo,
no way.
Yo, bro, it looked like he belonged in there, bro.
Yeah.
He was an Avenger.
It was somebody on the internet.
Yeah. What? So what they did? One of like the heads that like floats?
No, it was. I don't want to talk about it too much because we can't pull it up, and it's
all right. Yeah, so we'll.
It's very good.
I'll do my homework.
Yeah, it's very good.
Very well edited.
Yeah, very well edited.
Definitely.
Very well edited.
Definitely.
But go ahead because we never got back to what your original statement was.
Saif said he's gonna take over your spot. That's disgraceful.
Yeah. Do I have to start watching it again now? Do I have to finish it? How many seasons is there?
It's like
5.
Yeah. Dude.
Oh, so I made it pretty deep in though.
Yeah, no, you did. That's why you might as well finish it. Come on, bro.
You get no partial credit. What is this, 5th grade?
I don't get. Dude,
you showed your work.
Give him a participation trophy.
Get the fuck out of here.
Damn.
Everybody's a winner. Not me, stop.
But go ahead, man. What were you gonna say?
I don't remember.
Good. Good.
Oh man.
Good.
I'm probably gonna further dig this hole for you. That's
so
all.
Anything else you feel like want to recommend on Netflix? You've been watching?
I got a diss recommendation. Is that a word?
Yes.
I got.
What do you got? You got something that sucks on Netflix?
You want to watch some dog shit?
I got something that sucks. I will tell you this much: the Snoop Dogg comedy special
was trash. I didn't watch it either.
Bro, listen. There's 2.25 comics that were funny.
Okay.
That's all. I mean, I don't know if you guys want me to go a little bit deeper and tell you who was funny and who wasn't. But
I think that everything that Snoop just be doing shit to do it, and he's not like concerned with how good it is.
No, you know what it is? Snoop is doing a side quest. That's what they said. They were like, Snoop is doing a side quest in life. Like he's doing side quests. He's done with the main storyline.
I'm tired.
I didn't get that joke.
Every time. That's even funnier. That's even funnier. It's not the main storyline. It's a side quest.
I was like, side quest.
That's bad funny.
No, I don't know what that is.
Dude, that's super funny. Because he's like, it's like, it derives off his main storyline. It's like him DJ. Even him DJing is all right. You know, I'll give him that.
Yeah.
But I don't want to see him fucking commentate. I don't want to see him fucking.
He's in Fortnite, bro.
I don't want to. I don't even mind if he's in Fortnite.
I do.
I don't mind that. But I don't want to see him commentating. I don't want to see him in movies. He's the same character.
How do you feel about him cooking with Martha Stewart? No?
Nah, I like that.
I'll tolerate that. I'll tolerate that because when 50 was on there, I didn't say boo-hoo about it.
Nah, but Martha's a felon, so technically, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she's down.
Yeah, she's down. She's down for the, what did he say? He said, you trying to get down with the dip, so you got to get your lips wet. She got her lips wet, you know what I'm saying?
she went up.
Respectfully.
Never snitched.
Yeah, she ain't, she didn't rat on nobody. She took that time by herself.
You see all the dudes from YSL, all the dudes with Young Thug, they all ratting on each other now.
Folded.
Yeah, bro, they're, everybody, man, listen, man, that's not a thing anymore.
Don't put 30 years in front of me and do some dirt around me.
Yeah.
I want to tell you I'm not going to rat on you.
Bro, the Rico is not a joke, bro. The Rico is not a joke. That's a real workaround because they couldn't catch anybody directly.
Yeah, 100%.
So, because that's how they used to catch the mafia bosses and all that kind of stuff was with the Rico, bro.
So we've never seen you do this, but you know people who do it.
Exactly.
And it sounds like you've been sending them to do it.
Exactly. Yeah, and
you're all going to jail.
You've accepted money from people who have done this with people that you don't know but have gotten money with.
That's a fact.
You know, you're all going down.
My mom says, do not pass go. Do not collect $200. You know, you go straight to jail. Straight to jail. So
yeah, bro. How many rappers are in that indictment?
Hold on,
because I know Young Thug and Gunna are two of them.
Those are the main. Yeah, those are
the main two.
Yeah,
but there's a bunch of other people, and then there's mad people who were down with them that didn't go, that didn't get indicted.
Yeah, well, they're using music to indict these people. Like,
yeah, is that? How do you feel about that? How do you feel about them using these artists' lyrics against them as like evidence in court?
I think it's complete nonsense because whether it's true or not, or whether people want to speculate that, that rap songs are written from real life experiences. I mean, to me, I compare it to indicting Joe Pesci on murder charges because he played such a convincing gangster in Goodfellas. Yeah. You gonna lock him up for shooting Spider?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
28.
Yeah.
The number is Young Thug and Gunner among 28 people associated with YSL that have that have been arrested for a 56 count indictment. 56 counts. That's insanity.
When you see the whitest, nerdiest, most Bill Nye the Science Guy looking dude reading Young Thug's lyrics,
Yeah.
as like in like,
Yeah, bro.
he was like, I shot at his mama. Now he ain't talking.
Yo, bro.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yo,
And start reading. There's another guy there reading the ad libs.
yeah, that's a fact. Yo, my man's was like this. He got on a joint. He had the paper. He was like, the horses don't stop. They keep going. You could lose your life, but it's gonna keep going. Like, imagine he's up there like, that's my bestie.
Yeah,
my
that's-
bestie.
Imagine
My best friend.
He
They
put
had to
the
put
crack in her back. He put the crack in her back.
hang on, in case it's not familiar to you, hit the auto tune.
Yeah.
And then he's like, hit the crack.
He put the crack in the back.
Yo.
It is crazy because like, I mean, from a listener's perspective, right? You want to hear the people who want to hear like the gritty music want that grit. They want that, like, just like when you watch a movie, you want to feel. Excuse me.
What's going on? You all right?
I just spat. I kind of drooled on myself.
Oh, I'm in.
Yeah, got a lot of saliva in my mouth
Polars
today.
is hitting.
Yeah. But just like when you're watching movies, like you want to be immersed into the movie and feel like it's real. When you're listening to rap music, or when you listen to like certain kind of rap music, you want it to feel real. You want it to feel authentic.
Most definitely.
When I listen to Rick Ross, he makes me feel rich because I feel like he's been rich forever.
Yeah.
Ooh, I see what you did there.
You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
When I listen to Rick Ross, I feel like the boss.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go make an irresponsible purchase.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna be honest
Right
with you.
now.
When I listen to Rick Ross, man, I want a 20-piece mild extra blue cheese.
Yeah, and I don't even like lemon pepper.
Yo, that's one of my favorite lines in that 21 Savage verse. Yo, in that 21 Savage, he said, I be with my Glock like Rose be with lemon pepper.
As a
I was
fact.
like, yo, that shit was hard, bro.
Yo, I low key kind of fuck with 21, yo.
Yo, 21, you know what it is?
21.
Yo, he don't be saying even
He definitely learned to read better.
100%.
Yo, definitely.
Yeah, he's been improving on his reading skills.
respectfully,
sure.
even when he not saying shit, he be saying shit, and that's why I fuck with 21. Cause he could just put a 21 behind it, and it'd be like at church. People be at church, the pastor be like, "Listen, I woke up this morning, and I brushed my teeth," and they be like, "Yes, pastor." And 21,
Even I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, I did that too.
yeah, right,
we gonna
yeah.
be- 21 be saying, it's a knife. And everybody goes,
It's a knife. He's like, it's a knife.
It is a knife.
21.
it is a knife. Look at it. It's in his forehead.
But
fact.
I want to catch up on the chat a little bit. So Coast Life is saying that he doesn't agree, saying that Murder on My Mind shouldn't count in court when Melly kills his two best friends. I don't think so, because he did. That was
Yo.
such a sloppy, stupid crime that they didn't even need the lyrics. That dude said it was a drive-by. They were like, we do something called ballistics. All the shots came from inside the vehicle. And he was like, what? Yeah, all the shots came from inside, sir. We can tell the direction and the trajectory.
Yeah,
Bro, I
Crazy
ain't
to
gonna
know.
hold you. That song was so hard.
Yo, bro, nah. Did you see the
That
let me
song
stop.
was so
Yeah.
hard.
It was, but see, look, I'm saying that I think that this is a slippery slope, because there's that
Yeah.
First Amendment right,
Yep.
which is a real argument that somebody has. This is, think about it. Like, this is only used in rap music.
Yep.
Like, why isn't this used in any other
Listen,
genre of music?
that's a
Not
fact.
only that, but I also think this is a big difference between a Melly song where he like literally describes him killing these guys and just like that's what the song's whole entire basis is about.
Yeah.
And then a song where people are talking about doing drugs or selling drugs, because selling drugs, that's such that's a topic within like every song.
Yeah, that's a fact.
every rap song is filled with like, I did this, I did that.
Mm-hmm.
And like the harder it's unfortunate, but the reality is it's like the more danger is involved in like the lyrics, like the more people fuck with it
Yeah, I mean, you have to understand that there's some
to a
people-
certain extent.
Yeah, but there are some people, and very, 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 very few, that are really out there living that life, and they're the ones that probably don't care for it the most. And the people that will never tote a Glock, and will never fuck your bitch and will never do these things are the people that bump it the hardest. You know what I'm saying? Like some of us have really came from, we have came from a certain area, neighborhood, lifestyle where these things that are nuanced over records, we can relate to because we've either seen it firsthand, may have partaken in it, or have been first party, second party witnesses or victims to some of the things that have occurred. So I guess the relationship between that is some people really love their plight and some people like crave that plight. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess I understand what you're saying. You're referring to like, let's just say there was like there were civilians listening to it, right? Like 90%. If you're separating people between like people who live in urban environments and then the people who don't, like a majority of the people who consume their music are the people who never, like what you said, experienced it or seen it or lived through it.
Exactly.
Which I could see that, and I could see it even kind of crunching their thirst for it, right?
They want that dopamine. They want to feel that.
I like that. I like it. I don't think that people should be held against them. I will make exceptions for songs like "Murder on My Mind" because it's such like a direct, like kind of like I just snitch on myself. But you also have people like King Von who used to rap about all his raps were like stories about him committing crimes. If he's not necessarily committing those crimes, then those things shouldn't be used against him.
Yeah.
If you say something and it turns out to be true, then that works in any situation, right?
But who says that it's true? Like this is, this becomes, at what point are we saying that life is mirroring art or vice versa? Because, what about when it's like they pick and choose who they do this to? Because think about Jay-Z when he's like, I might flip an onion. Sorry, Lance. I'm just trying to advance my quotes. I'm making you the butt of my jokes. Like, because he got indicted for stabbing the record executive. And then I think Ty took the rap for him or whatever. Somebody on his team like took the rap. But then, he ends up beating the case and then later on puts it in a song that I might flip an onion. Like, so are you admitting that you stabbed him? But how come it doesn't matter to him? Is it because he has more political connections? Is it because he has more money? Is it because he has more influence?
Or did he wait for the statute of limitations to come up? There's a reason
There's
why.
no statute of limitations on a stabbing.
I don't know.
There is. I thought there was a statute of limitation on.
It's an attempted murder, essentially.
Well, let me be very honest with you.
I don't know what that guy ended up going in for, but just to make my point real quick, what I was going to say, I don't know what the fuck I was going to say. Go ahead, Swizz. What were you going to say?
I was just gonna say I'm a civilian. I don't commit crimes, so I'm not well versed in what the statute of limitations is for. For me, I thought, and I'm kind of making a statement and responding to part of my statement. Anyways, is that I thought on any crime there's a statute of limitations. You can't come back and get me 20 years later for something I did 20 years ago. It was a different place and time. But however, as we've seen with all these other cases that seem to be popping up, it doesn't really matter at that point. So where do we draw the line between what's nuanced and what's reality? And then where do we discern what we need to investigate and what we don't need to investigate? As you can see, some people blatantly telling on themselves and don't even realize it or don't really give a fuck. And then there's some people that are just being creative because there's a lot of guys out there that I promise you have not popped anything. And then there's some guys that really have.
Well, that's the thing, right? So you look at it from the perspective of people rapping about selling bricks that aren't really selling bricks, right? Okay. But then if you're rapping about selling bricks and you're really selling bricks and they catch you selling bricks, it's like,
yeah, but it's like he's saying, what does it only come into play once there's a crime that they're investigating, or do they start to investigate lyrics? Yeah. Are they going to go and do a sexual assault rape kit on Eminem's mom to see if he ever sexually assaulted her at the time that he's releasing these records?
Yeah, but if
I don't think that's ever been a source of contention. I don't think they've ever been like, oh my God, we need to go check on her.
Yeah, I
Mom's
mean, like,
spaghetti's getting cold.
I mean,
yeah, but if she then accuses him of this, why wouldn't they be able to use those lyrics against him?
Exactly, but so
these people are being accused of these crimes.
They never brought up Bill Cosby's Spanish fly bit. He had a whole bit about putting Spanish fly in girls' drinks.
Facts.
He had a whole bit about this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And but this is stand-up comedy. So now we don't bring that and use that in court to then indict this man.
If I make jokes about roofing girls and then I end up getting accused of roofing girls, then I don't understand how that's not relevant.
Well, I think because, again, with freedom of speech and again, when you're... See, the very real thing that I said to people, that was a different time in life. People were doing all types of crazy shit back then. There wasn't no laws on nothing back in the 60s, 70s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but nobody's saying you can't say it.
Oh.
They're saying they're just using it against them.
Exactly. So this is what I'm saying. kind of what Justin's saying. Where do we draw the line at? Do we go investigate after somebody says something, or if we do find something, we start investigating them? Do we use it against them?
Maybe Thugger was just a little more convincing when he said it. They believed him. Now, when
because you're his best friend, that's what he.
So now it's based on performance. It's based on how well somebody performs.
I'm not the guy who decides who checks the boxes of like who gets investigated and who doesn't. The truth is like if you isn't there supposed to be like the secret hip hop police of people who investigate rappers? Maybe they're all getting investigated.
Yeah,
it's not a surprise. They're not the only rappers that have gone through this.
But why is it the only music that gets investigated?
Yeah.
Why don't they investigate other things? Why don't they investigate like songs where they're clearly singing about underage girls? Like what's that song?
Which one?
It's like an old rock song where he's talking about how he likes girls a little bit older, but he just wants her for the night or whatever. Like, you know, like how do we know he's not singing about an underage
you
girl?
know how many country songs I've heard where they talk about like lynching people and all types of crazy stuff from back in the day?
Well, I don't know about that. I can't touch that one.
Spaz put in here. He said, rolling down the street, smoking endo, sipping on gin and juice. Laid back. Well, that sounds illegal. Yeah, so you're gonna go arrest Snoop Dogg for driving drunk. If
he gets caught driving drunk,
and they cite gin and juice in the trial.
Yeah, but
if it was released recently, I wouldn't. I'm just saying that it wouldn't be crazy, right? If you are on record saying like, you know, I steal TVs, and then you go to court for stealing, they're going to say this person has once admitted to stealing.
But
play the tape.
You're not under oath. Why is that considered absolute truth?
Yeah, exactly.
Why is it that a rap song is considered absolute truth in the court? But why is that?
No,
think about it.
That's not what's happening.
Let me finish. So why is it that when it comes to this one art form, it's used only to indict and to prove guilt of particular artists, rappers, typically from, you know, certain places and of certain backgrounds, but it isn't used in any other art form. It's only rap music that's considered to be truth and real.
Yeah.
It's not instantly, and I don't have a fucking dog in this race. So I was on the other side, but I'll play devil's advocate, right? And I say that this is my thing. First of all, rap music is probably the only music that really raps that like solely is like surrounded by like illegal shit, right? You don't hear dance songs about people selling drugs. You don't hear you don't hear rock songs about that. They don't. That's why. That's why it's primarily rappers that get hit with this. And my second thing is not to say that it's automatically true. It's just that's the prosecutor's job to bring in as much evidence as they can. Whether it gets interpreted as truth or not, anything they say, they're speculating based on their perspective to prove their point. So they're saying this. I'm going to prove to you why this guy's the worst person because he admits this, and that. And then their lawyer is supposed to say, listen, they're going to tell you that I rap about this, and that, but that's my art. It's not really what I'm doing. So it's not taken into like instant. It's not automatically taken in as fact and like they're rapping about this, so this is the truth. It's words that are used against them. And like I said earlier, I don't necessarily agree with it, but I can see it now that I'm looking at it like objectively. I can kind of see why it is being used, whether I agree with it or not.
The fact that it's even admissible is questionable to me. Like, it's questionable to me. Like, let's say, like, you know, are they going to bring, but, you know, Coast is saying in here, Coast Life is saying in here, he said he thinks it's acceptable to follow any feasible lead. He said, young girl, get out of my mind. My love for you is way out of line. He said, it's not absolute truth. It's evidence of your character.
Yeah, but look at what Spaz.
So what's Spaz saying?
He said Rittenhouse's lawyers brought in his Instagram photo of him showing off his rifle and tried to use that against him.
Yeah, I guess you know you're right, because I guess what I was thinking of is that it's evidence of a crime being committed when really maybe they're just using it as, you know, to find holes in someone's character. You know, which in that case, that would make sense. Like similar to how in the Johnny Depp trial, they went so deep with that lawyer just to prove his relevance to the industry and his expertise. So I guess that makes sense. I think I was looking at it from a different perspective.
Juan says that the 80s rock music is all about drugs, but they're doing drugs in their music.
Yeah, but
not the same.
Doing drugs are still illegal.
Yeah,
but Ozzy Osbourne should be locked up for like 12 consecutive lifetimes.
Yeah, like when they arrested Willie Nelson for all that weed on his tour bus, how many times, you know, you sing about weed. Huh. Yeah. Here's the weed. Huh.
You get a year for every song or every
lock
lyric.
Them up.
Like,
but do you it's like if police officers or whoever know that Wiz Khalifa's coming to town. right? They know he's coming to town, and let's say they're gonna. It's safe to assume that he might have drugs on his tour bus. I'm not saying it's okay for them to profile him, but it's just a reality of the situation. Like, he raps about this all the time. This is his character. He knows that he has to move a certain way because of this.
See, but this is my point. Why does the music have to be interpreted as fact? Like, why aren't they pulling over Robert De Niro and searching him for guns? Why aren't they pulling, you know what I'm saying? Why aren't they pulling over Captain America and searching him for like fucking a really dangerous shield that he can throw in returns to
Robert Downey for the Iron Man blasters.
Yeah.
Those guys play a character in a movie. It starts and it ends. These guys play a character as their life.
Who says who?
If I may,
Wiz Khalifa's a stage name. That's not his birth name.
No, but that's the character he is. Every time you see Wiz Khalifa, he's got it. And I ain't got nothing against
So
Wiz.
he's an
I love
actor
Wiz. Sure, you could call him whatever you want, but he's a character, right?
Yeah.
And all rappers are. Like, we don't really know him for who he really is. But
exactly, this is my point. This is a persona.
Yeah, that's the persona that they play.
Yeah.
But I'm explaining to you what, in my opinion, is the difference between like Joe Pesci or whoever you mentioned before about them getting pulled over for guns. I'm saying that they don't, because when he's getting pulled over, like, he's not that actor. He's just the regular guy he is.
So when he gives his license, when Wiz Khalifa gets pulled over and he gives his license, it says Wiz Khalifa Taylor Gang.
Or die.
It says TGOD.
First
it's just Taylor Gang or die.
Taylor Gang or die.
Yeah, is that what it says? Like, or does his license say his birth name?
His license says his birth name.
He pulls over and he says, "Yeah, bitch." You know, like,
He got money. He can do that.
What exactly is going on?
No, but you guys get what I'm saying, right?
I do, but to me, it's like
I'm not saying it validates.
It's unfair, in my opinion, to use one form of art to demonize somebody.
Let me refer to the chat real quick.
Ozzy Osbourne had Bat's head off on stage like multiple times. Pete didn't even come for him.
Yo, listen. Spaz said in the chat, he said Ozzy Osbourne is in a worse place than prison, in my opinion.
That's actually funny.
Yo.
See, I don't think he is. Birdo thinks Johnny Depp is a real pirate.
No. It's very clear that you believe he's a pirate.
Yo, time out.
I don't believe he's a pirate. I said their character ends and begins.
What I'm saying is that this would be what the police and what the courts would be saying.
That's a fact.
Not me.
That's what they
would be saying. Would they be pulling him over and being like, "Where's the rum and the booty?
Yo, bro.
Where's all the booty, Johnny?"
They should have said, "Johnny, we know we got this Amber thing going on, but where's the Black Pearl?"
Yeah, exactly.
Tell us where the Black Pearl is.
We know you got that ship. Come into the moonlight.
Yep, that's a fact.
Come into the moonlight.
Let us see you for who you really are.
Yeah, man. Like that, that's what I'm saying, Spaz. Like, so I think you're misunderstanding me. I'm saying that the courts, if they see them as this real person that they're rapping as, or whatever they're saying as truth, then they should see Johnny Depp as a real pirate.
Facts. And you heard what Robert Downey Jr. said. I am Iron Man.
He is.
I can't argue with that.
He is Iron Man.
However,
I want to see Tony Stark's bank account.
Oof. I'll tell you right now, if something goes down, there's like a grocery store getting robbed and Robert Downey Jr. is outside, no one's going to step up to him and be like, "Come on, man, do something about this."
They should.
So how come if there's gunshots ringing out, everybody wants to look at Thug and be like, "I know you did it."
I don't know. Maybe it's because maybe it has something to do with their success rate, right?
Listen.
If you keep going down a hole, like if you keep going down a path, like let's say every time you get rappers with the RICO, you do end up investigating and finding real crime.
That's true. I mean, I think
right. Like let's say you go to every time someone says there's guns in this house, they go there and they find guns. Maybe they're just successful with rappers, so they're like, you know what? This is the feds, bro. They don't really ever miss.
I have a question.
The feds miss.
I have a question.
No, they have like a 90-something percent.
They missed with Trump.
Well,
they missed big.
Wait, I got a question. So when Cardi, Cardi,
that's a part of the 2%.
They fucking missed big. But
listen, when Cardi said there's some hoes in this house, did they go investigate that?
There was definitely some hoes in that house. I believed it.
That's what I'm saying. So did they go find the hoes, or did they just let it? They're like, it's Cardi.
Yeah,
she's friends with.
Were they like, Little Kim? Can you really fit this Sprite can down your mouth, down your throat? Can you really?
No, you know, I'm like torn between the two because I could see why they would use it.
Yeah.
Like I said, like from a logical perspective, but at the same time, I'm like, damn, just let these motherfuckers rap about what they rapping about. This shit is hard.
Yeah. You know what? I think
Because Justin's right. It is art, right? If you do a painting of you, you know, doing graffiti in the street, should you be investigated for graffiti?
I mean, I don't know. So Coast is saying in here, well, Spaz says most rappers are portraying themselves, but are they really? If they're using a pseudonym, they're using a different name. They're using a stage name. I'm pretty sure Young Thug's birth certificate doesn't say Young Thug.
Yeah, but that's because, I mean, nobody uses their name as their rap name.
Oh wait, didn't
So why are we assuming they're portraying themselves?
Because it's the only person we ever see.
So maybe we
at
got
least
it fucked
Johnny
up.
Depp. You know, you don't only see him as a pirate. When he's outside, he's not that pirate anymore.
So these
guys are always that person.
But
They're always
says
that
who?
character.
Says who?
Every time you see them, they
Because
are.
they look the same. You don't hang out with these people. You don't know these people.
I'm not saying they're like that in their personal life. I'm just saying every time they're in the public eye, they're that character.
I mean, I guess what I'm saying here is if that's the only art form that's used in this way, you know, we need to find better evidence. You can't have you know, that's what I feel.
Yeah.
You know, like,
but is there another one that replicates that doesn't happen to?
Is there what?
Is there another art form that replicates doing things that could be used against you in court?
I don't think there's another art form that replicates. I'm gonna switch your question a little bit. I don't think there's another art form that replicates the character that these guys portray on a daily basis, but I do believe that every other art form, depending on the song, will implicate the person that sings that song. If they self wrote or are describing things that they go through as an artist, in several crimes that they may have committed or been around to witness. I will say that.
I believe that T-Pain was in love with a stripper.
Oh, and she was popping, she was rolling.
I believe that shit. I believe that he fell in love with a stripper.
Do you believe R. Kelly believed he could fly?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
If he really believed it, why would he be up on a ladder? Wouldn't he be flying?
Well, that's why he's crying behind bars right now, because he couldn't fly his way out. He thought he could.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
I mean, did they use R. Kelly's lyrics? Like, or you know, Aaliyah's song, age ain't nothing but a number. Did they use that in R. Kelly's trial?
I don't know.
She literally sang a song written by him that said age ain't nothing but a number when he married her at 15 years old. And he was indicted for pretty much having sex with underage girls.
Did they?
No, not as far as I know. I mean, I don't know every detail of the case.
Yeah, didn't they? No, I think they tried to say that
because I remember the media bringing it up.
He didn't get charged up for some of the charges he didn't get caught up for. But hold on, let me tell you what R. Kelly's charges are. I got you. So let's see. It says here.
Spaz says, I could be wrong. Was the marriage illegal? I don't believe it was.
It was illegal. I believe it was legal.
But it was presented as being legal, right? They like forged signatures or something like that.
The uncle faked her name. I mean, faked her age or something like that. It was something with her uncle. Her uncle like faked the age on the certificate. So nobody really fact checked it, and they were able to get kind of legally married but illegally married.
Yeah, but it was under false. It was like under false pretenses.
Yeah, so
it
under false
ended up
pretenses.
inevitably being illegal.
Yep. Okay, so it says in a landmark conclusion to the most high-profile trial to arise from the music industry in the Me Too era, a jury found R. Kelly guilty on all 9 federal sex trafficking and racketeering charges.
So he got arrested for racketeering.
Yeah, but was his
and
music
sex trafficking.
was his music used against him as evidence in court?
It says the verdict followed 5 weeks of often harrowing testimony from 50 witnesses and arrived swiftly on the second day of jury deliberations. Kelly was found guilty.
I don't know if it's gonna.
Yeah, no, it didn't specify if they used his lyrics, but I'm pretty sure if they did, it would have been specified in this article. So I don't think so. I think the witnesses were enough. I mean, because nothing beats a dead witness more than an alive witness. You know.
See, but again, back to the the Melly trial.
Yeah.
Was that not enough evidence? Ballistics, the car, the story didn't make sense. His alibi didn't match up. Like, like everything related to that was even further was even deeper evidence than a song itself.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't know. It seems like people disagree with what I'm saying, so maybe I need to reevaluate.
I don't know, man. I'll just say this much.
Juan says people call Jay-Z Jay-Z. I guarantee people in his personal life don't call him Jay-Z, they call him Sean.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
You think that you think that Ty calls him Hove?
I think he ego trips. I'm not a big Jay-Z fan. I think
he might just call him
they
Jay.
all call him Jay.
I think he ego trips, and I think everybody calls him Jay-Z.
Yeah. And he is Jay-Z, right?
You know who he reminds me of? Did you guys see In Too Deep with LL Cool J and
of course I've seen that.
Yo, bro, I swear to God, LL Cool J's character reminds me of Jay-Z. I feel like Jay-Z thinks he's Jehovah or what was his name?
I don't know if he's like that big in his own mind. Maybe
I think before he went all Jean-Michel Basquiat on us.
Before the hair. One thing I was gonna say about like statute of limitations and stuff like that, because the reason why I originally brought it up before was because people who set the Cannonball record or the record for fastest time in a car from New York to California. Mm-hmm. They don't release their times until the statute of limitations is out.
Well, that's a vehicle. That's different. It's not a violent crime.
No. Yeah, I know. But I was referencing like that's something that people, will wait for the time to expire and then they'll say, hey, I did this. It is. I don't know if that's considered a crime or a violation, but it's just an example.
There's certain crimes like murder where there is no statute of limitations.
Yeah.
If
you did it 20 years ago, you did it.
Yeah, so
for murder, 100%.
Facts.
Here's the thing. Coach Life says, here's the thing. Rap is the only art form where artists are stupid enough to snitch on themselves about actual crime. I mean, I guess you're right, but who's to say that other people haven't been arrested for things and just not looked into, a Johnny Cash song or not looked into, an Elvis Presley song and looked a little deeper. Like, who knows? That's my point, is it's a slippery slope when you're only choosing one genre of music and one particular type of person to indict off of their art form.
Yeah. Everybody should be judged fairly. I get it. That's it.
That
you're not. I feel like what you're saying now, especially towards the end of this conversation, is that you're not against them using it if they're gonna use it fairly. If you're gonna if you're gonna whoop ass, whoop everybody's ass. Don't just whoop some people's ass.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand, is why this is the only art form that's taken to that level and considered to be truth when we know that it's not.
But
everybody says things in rap songs that's not true or not real.
Yeah, I could agree with that. I just couldn't think of another art form that it would even be applicable to.
Yeah, heavy metal. When they're talking about I slit my wrist, what's the song?
You be listening to heavy metal?
Heights. Yeah, Hawthorne Heights. He said, "So cut my wrist and black my eyes, cut my wrist and black my eyes." Yo, bro, so I can fall asleep tonight or die. I'm just giving you an example where they're just talking about things that are outside of the normal. They aren't admitting to any crime, but I'm just saying there are songs where they talk about like.
Yeah, but that's not. I don't know if that's like a.
So you're gonna put him on a mandatory 72-hour psychiatric hold because he's a threat to himself or to someone else?
Yeah,
because of a song lyric.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know. I guess in a sense I'm playing devil's advocate, but it just is strange to me that it's the only art form that's used that way, and that it's repeatedly used in court.
It's been repeatedly used, and I think
and successfully.
Yeah,
they used it with Bobby Shmurda. They used it with Melly. They're using it now with Thug.
Oh, Casanova.
Use it with Casanova. Yeah.
You see 50 Cent, he tapped out real quick. He said, yo, you see in the verse, the first thing I said is, I am not gang. I do not gang bang. And he went on record on video saying it. He's like, yo, I said that for a reason. Like, these guys are out here living this life. And granted, I get it. A lot of these guys go out here and they make these decisions and try to live this life and keep up with this persona of who they think they are. But like we've seen, people get behind that judge or behind that, that bench or whatever, and they start giving you football numbers, and that's when you start tattling and crying, and that persona fades away real quick.
It's tough because that's what sells.
Yeah, it's what sells, and you can find crazy things that people have said in song lyrics.
Yeah.
Like crazy things.
Yeah.
I smashed the windows out your car.
But I think the difference is just like you just can't like
she broke somebody's windows.
Yeah, but like I guess you can't be doing what you're rapping about. Like stay as far away from it as you can, because
but then doesn't that mean that all art in itself technically is just literally creative expression? There's no realism to it.
I mean, I don't want to.
I'm just asking.
I mean, there's one thing that I'll give them. When there's a bunch of dudes thugging out in the park and they got extendo clips and they got a bunch of ARs and they're in the park like this in a music video, that's different because they physically are showing themselves with illegal firearms. You know, when what's his name? What was his name? That Chicago rapper that had the rocket launcher. He had the rocket launcher in the music video and shit, and they went and raided his crib. Now I'm gonna say it was an RPG, and they really found it.
Yeah,
yo, that's sick. Why would you bring it back to your crib,
bro? How do you get the RPG? Who's the plug for the RPG?
That's Apu was this plug.
Bro. Chicago got everything, but
who's the plug?
I'll use what you would say to me, not the rocket launcher, but how do you know that those guns are real?
No, exactly.
How do you know they're not prop guns?
But look, but this.
Okay, so maybe they shouldn't have even raided his crib then, right?
Yeah. How do you know that? I know.
According to you, you're like, damn, that verse was hard. Lock him up.
Not what I said.
Yo, he's spitting fire. Yo,
not what I said. Not what I said. That's
See,
so
Coast
funny.
Life is saying it. Y'all are funny. Now y'all are going the opposite way.
Hold on. I want you to know that that's my job on here. I'm supposed to do the opposite of what you say.
You and Coast are both going.
I prefaced what I said with, I'm going to hit you with what you would have said to me, which is exactly what you would have said to me if I would have been like, yo, but they be in videos with guns and shit like that. You would have been turned around and said, maybe I'm wrong.
I was just trying to agree with you.
I know, but
I was like, all right, with the guns, I was like, this is one thing I'll give you. And you're like, what if they're fake?
Because I feel like that's what you would have said to me. I don't know.
You know, and now I got yo, Ray Figs, shout, bro. Yeah, you like the fade, bro? You like the fade? That's the NY Barber right there. He was on episode what? 96 on the Cinco de Mayo special.
Yeah,
we had our man.
I think that is episode 96.
We had Johnny on here. That's the NY Barber. Yeah, man, fresh. He cut my hair at the Great South Bay Brewery. Bang, bang.
Oh, look. And that's why Justin's still not allowed around none of my... no female in my family, my wife, nobody.
So he's not even letting close to the dog.
Stop hating on me,
That's
bro.
a fact, yep.
Stop hating on me, bro.
Justin put dogs in heat like this.
Yeah, that's a fact. Don't rap about it.
Yeah.
Don't rap. Yeah, definitely don't.
Yes. So Coach says, right. So you and Coach can go give each other handies because the two of you are fucking agreeing on everything. He's like, right, period. Me and Berto are arguing the same points.
It's just interesting, right? That's the way I look at it. I think it's interesting.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I think it's you see now, if they end up getting, if the result is that, you know, they get out of jail and they find out that none of those things they rapped about was true, that's how you turn around and you stop that shit, right?
I mean, I guess, but they're not going to stop looking at it. They've been too successful too many times.
Yeah, because they find other things, like Berto said, to add on to the pie. So it's like, yeah, we started to investigate you for stealing quarters off the laundry machine, but then we found out somebody's got a Glock 19.
How'd they find all them guns on T.I.? Who the one is it his songs too? How'd they find them guns in T.I.'s house?
You see his wild little son? I don't know how they found.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I see his
My
kids.
man need to find a better angle with the phone.
Yeah.
Yo, man.
Yo, his kids have like been in the media a lot lately.
Yeah, bro. You know what it is?
One of his kids threatened a fast food employee with a gun.
Oh, you talking about the Waffle House thing?
Yeah.
He threatened him with the stick? He said I had the stick on me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
He didn't pull it out.
He didn't threaten him with the stick. He said you talking about T.I. son?
Yeah.
Nah, he said he'll pistol whip him.
Yeah, bro, he's a baby. Well,
That's
no.
not threatening him with the stick. The stick is the AK. That's a very
That's a
different
fact.
thing. That's like, I'm going to air out your job.
I guess, yeah, there's a fine line. You're absolutely correct.
Yeah. But I don't know. He was out of control, bro. Little wild dude acting wild. I'm like, why is he behaving this way? And then T.I. did you hear T.I.'s response?
No.
It was the worst kind of response you ever could have had. You know, he's like expeditiously talking about, you know, he's expeditiously in the Ghost, you know, and he's talking and he's like, my son, he's like, I had a long talk, me and my son's uncles,
does a good job at
you
that.
know, so they had this talk with him. Do you know what the talk revolved around?
Listen, if you ain't gonna up it, don't talk about it.
Yo, that would have been even better. The talk was not about what he said, not about his son threatening these people, not about his son acting like a wild person that consequences don't apply to. He tells him, you shouldn't be arguing with somebody that works at a fast food spot because they're so below your level of success that their life is terrible, and how could you bring yourself to argue with that person? That was his response. He said somebody at that point the what he called him like a rapid cook, some weird way he referred to the fast food dude. And he's like, you know, to with the quick time cook, he said, you're gonna argue with the quick time cook. He said he probably had a bad day. Look where he working. You know, not everybody's as blessed as you, son. Not everybody's as blessed to be in a position as you are. You got to be kinder to these people. They may be having the worst day of their life. Like on some shit like you're superior to these people. Don't argue with the peasants. Like that's the fucking message that he sent his son.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I'm like, what? I would have got fired from that job because I'd have been like, you about to get wrapped right now, bro.
Yo,
and I would have hit a lick because Bro,
are you kidding me?
That was a Waffle House, wasn't it?
I don't know. No, I think it was like
two different incidents.
It was a takeout spot. Like it was like a drive-through.
First off,
I don't know why he behaved that way and why his father's response was that way. I was like, that's the worst thing you could tell somebody. That what? You should have been like, how dare you behave that way?
Yeah.
How dare you behave
on camera,
that way?
and then you went and posted it to the world for everybody to see.
He was
and
live.
You think that you're trying. That's what I'm saying. You're trying to legitimize your actions. What you have to understand is, possessions do not create privilege. Just because you have things, money, things like that, does not give you the privilege that you believe that you have, or the privilege you believe you deserve. You can't talk to somebody just because you have more money than them, because guess what? Not 10 times out of 10, you come in, I don't give a fuck how much money you got. You come talk to me crazy, especially with my kids, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you.
Yeah, so I would have asked him. I would have been like, what kind of fight training did your little ass have to think that you could take that man? To take that man behind that counter? What if he came out and beat the shit out of you?
Before you could get to
then what?
The little pea shooter.
Yeah, you need to understand your place in the food chain when you're addressing another man.
Facts.
Some people might just whoop your ass. Yeah. And sometimes you need to just be humbled that way. He might have just been better off getting an ass whooping that day than his father giving him that ridiculous talk.
I think if he did get his ass whooped, T.I. would have been like, well, that's what happens.
Nah, T.I. would have went down there and acted like an ignorant parent.
Yeah,
he would have went down there and acted all live with his team and his crew and been like, I'm Tip, or something like that. Like, don't like that, because that would have been crazy.
T.I.P. coming live from the VIP here tonight.
Yeah.
So shut up, Tip. We know you ratted, all right? How you home? Ooh. Nah, I don't even know if that's true. Yeah. I know nothing about the fucking T.I.
But
story.
All I know is that I don't know, man. I don't know. I just thought that was the worst advice you could give. Your child. I don't have kids, but that's stupid advice.
Spaz says should talk about Diablo Immortal next week to balance out the tactics to separate their customers from the money. Oh, I think he's talking about the new Diablo game that's like full of a bunch of microtransactions.
Yeah, OD.
Isn't that
mobile,
crazy,
bro?
What does that mean?
People gotta understand with these mobile. Yo, you gotta stop with that. All right, we need to get you some game knowledge ASAP.
Y'all need to school me, bro. I'm not gonna sit here in silence like the car episode.
I think
what's the matter?
I heard what you thought you heard too.
Does your dog sound like he's out the yard?
Sounds like he's outside in the front.
Nah, I don't think so.
Put that little kid down.
Oh man,
look out there. Is there a dog out there? I gotta make sure my dog hasn't escaped.
Oh man. In the meantime, let me get my hot take on.
That's not your dog. That's the pit across the street.
Oh, okay. Let me just get my hot take real quick. So what I will say is that a lot of people, what people have to understand about mobile gaming is a platform. All mobile gaming was a platform that they pretty much put together to do these things and get this money from microtransactions. All these free to play games and things like that people think that they love, they don't like you. They're not making free to play games to give you something to do when you're bored. They're making free to play games so that way you can buy that character skin or skip those 15 levels by paying their subscription fee of $59.99 a month.
And bro, they get me every week. They get me every time.
No.
So like, I'm a sucker for microtransactions. I don't know if did Twist tell you what it was? Because I'm sorry, because I was distracted by the dog.
What's a microtransaction? You got to pay like 5 cents to get the new skin.
Yep.
Yeah,
exactly
they're just like transactions.
Does that sound like I know what I'm talking about?
New skin. Yeah.
Not 5 cents.
Yeah, new skin. That could be a color of a gun, an outfit.
Yep.
Can make you a rubber chicken.
Yo, bro.
Yes.
Yes, a fact.
We would call that a cock, but yes, you're correct.
See, I'm learning. These are the skins. I'm learning.
Yep. So in games, there's some games that are free to play. I don't know if Immortal's going to be free to play.
I think it wasn't. Isn't it?
I don't know.
I think Immortal.
It's a remake, right?
No. Immortal. No. Immortal.
I thought it was a remake.
No, I believe Immortal was a build. No, it was a separate build, and they ported it to PC. It was made to be mobile. It was developed for mobile only, and then they ported it to PC.
Okay,
that's what it was.
So and essentially within the game, there's like things you could buy, and they'll like maybe it'll be a skin, maybe there's something called pay to win.
Yep.
where you could like buy things in game that make your character better, that give you an advantage over everybody else.
Yep.
Okay.
Or to make the game easier. And there's pay to play, which is like, you know, you're paying like a monthly subscription, so on and so forth. There's a bunch of not a bunch of them, but those are some of them. And I read an article about this. I read a headline about this game saying that there was like so many microtransactions and like little things you could buy, and like little every time you turn a corner, like you could pay for something to make it look different or to get through this or to get through that. I haven't planned on playing it, but I'm a sucker for those things, bro. I throw money at those things.
So the microtransaction just means a smaller amount of money, like a
So
like a nominal fee.
Yeah, as fast as micro isn't 5 cents anymore, is usually $1 to $5. Immortal is a new one.
Yeah.
So it's a new, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was individually developed. It was made specifically for mobile. They decided to port it over for PC just to kind of fill the gap in between the marketplace, because they didn't really have anything on mobile. So they wanted to get into that field. And like I try to tell people, all these games, the Mario Kart game, the Sonic game, let me think, the Diablo game, what other game is there? All these games were made with microtransactions in mind. The whole point of these games was for them to make money off of the consumer, because think about it, when you're on your phone, your phone is not a gaming device. It can be used for games, but it's not a standalone gaming device. So when you jump on your phone to play a game, you're normally trying to kill time, you're kind of fucking bored. But now it's kind of expanded. So now you got places where people kind of only have access to mobile gaming. So like games like CS:GO and
PUBG.
Thank you. PUBG.
I'm in his fucking head.
Yeah, you fucking know. PUBG, people are diehard fans for these games, and now they have the opportunity to game around the world. And now you want to be cool, you want to get that trick shot, but you want to wear a nice skin, so you want to have that black tux on, or you want to have that monkey suit on, or you want to be Superman, but not really Superman because you don't want to get copyright flagged.
Yeah, and not just that, but games like Bejeweled and shit, you know, even games like that aren't like, you know, like classic gamer games, even games that like Sudokus or Bejeweled, where it's like, all right, you ain't got no more jewels, you can't play it till tomorrow.
Yep.
But if you want to buy some jewels,
it's a fact.
We'll sell you some jewels.
Clash of Clans
is another one. Yep. I'm not happy to say this.
Oh shit.
But Clash of Clans has gotten some money from me.
There we go.
A fair amount.
Yeah, I never pay fake money for real money.
Some people don't. Some people.
I mean, real money for fake money.
When there's a good deal, I buy the gems. I don't know. I buy the gems when there's a good deal. When there's a sale, I buy them. I'm a sucker.
You still play that?
Is that Tiger Spit?
Yeah.
Wait, do you still play
I just
Clash of Clans? I haven't played Clash of Clans in a while. I got kicked out. I haven't played in a long time because I came back to Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go's another one. Not gonna lie to you guys.
Wait, you pay real money for fake money in Pokemon Go?
I've done it for. You shouldn't talk to me like I should be ashamed of myself. You shouldn't speak to me that way. But because you're gonna make it harder for me to open up to you.
I'm gonna sit this one out.
Yeah, bro.
But this ain't the conversation for me. I'm gonna sit this one out.
I have paid fake money, but listen,
real money for fake money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that worse than somebody buying like? Because you could buy things in other software too, right? You could buy plugins in like audio software.
Yeah, but I think the difference between that is.
It's just aesthetics. It's just like a game. It's because I can.
Well, no. Well, no. You know what it is? I actually understand. I understand the aesthetics. If you're going to buy a skin or something like that to make you stand out, like physically from your competition, I respect that. But
I know.
But when you come into a game and you kind of pay to win, like those pay to win scenarios,
pay to win's no good. I never do that.
Are terrible. So like the aesthetic, the things that are aesthetically pleasing, I crack jokes, I talk shit, but I get it because I myself have bought
Call of Duty skins. I know I didn't want to call you out, but you definitely bought skins.
I bought a skin, but I felt bad because there's only like one black guy. Come on, bro, you can't have my one black dude by himself. You know what I'm saying?
That's offending. You
feel me? But when you pay to win, when you out there shooting 3 from half court, and NBA 2K 2020, 2027 just came out 3 days ago, and my player scores 100, bro. What's up, bro? Something's up, bro. I'm talking to y'all. Y'all know who y'all is. All the people that, even with the FIFA, I remember FIFA had a big thing. They were under investigation, and that's why they lost the licensing, because FIFA was literally like gambling. Same thing with Star Wars Battlefront. It took the equivalency of playing the game to get Darth Vader. You could either buy Darth Vader for like $60 more. Like the game costs $60, 65 plus, with change, and you could buy Darth Vader for $60 more, or you had to play the game the equivalent of like 100 to 200 hours with RNG, which is a random generated system, in order to unlock him or something like that.
Yeah, I'm not into pay to win. When you pay and you're really good. Let's get away from this one.
Yeah,
I don't want to,
Yeah, we're gonna drone on.
I don't want to drown Justin in microtransactions.
Justin, you're here. Look, hold on. Let's put the camera on him.
Put the camera back
Justin,
on.
come on. Show him that beard.
Hold on.
I had muted my mic because I don't want to get involved in my personal opinion about spending money on video games
listen,
in
man.
the gamer world. That's a metaverse conversation. I'm straight on that.
Oh, man. Listen, show him that
I'm going
beard
to just
real
sit
quick.
that one out. You want to see the fade?
Yeah.
Want to see the fade? Oh, caught the fade yesterday at my barber.
This guy.
I got nothing for you. I'll mute my mic again.
No, I'm not going to say.
Got nothing for you.
Scooch in so I can see it. There you go. Scooch in.
The way you know what? I think that Justin doesn't understand the feeling you get when you're. I can't even say this with all sincerity.
You can say
it sounds ridiculous as I'm saying it.
Nah, go ahead.
Nah, don't be embarrassed.
Back in the day, I'm not embarrassed. There's no shame in my game. I pay for fucking video games.
Facts.
But if I was single, I'd be fucking bitches. I'm okay. I'm not amongst. I'm not worried about anything. No, in all sincerity, back when I used to play World of Warcraft, there was this mount, and a mount is something you can ride around. It makes your character faster. It could be like a dragon. It could be like a chicken or something that you ride. Mm-hmm. And there was a trading card game, and if you play the trading card game, there was a chance that you would have got a card that was called a spectral tiger. It was a tiger. And there's a code in the card and you could put into your game and it would unlock the mount. It was very, 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 very rare. Nice. And it was very expensive. Like if you wanted to, people would find a card and they would sell it on eBay and it was very expensive. But there's something about you playing the game and 1% of the people who play have that thing and then you see one, it's like, I'll be lying if I tell you that I wouldn't back when I was a kid, if I had the money at the time that I wouldn't have paid to get one.
True.
No, I mean, I understand it. It makes sense to me. Shit, if I could buy 6-pack abs or if I could buy the 20-pound gain I'm trying to make, I would. I don't know if I wouldn't do it.
You could buy a 6-pack.
But unfortunately I got to fucking work for that shit.
Nah, you could buy a 6-pack, bro.
Nah, I'm not doing no abs and I'm not doing no implants and no synthol, papa.
Nah, bro, they'll slurp it out of you. If you're a little extra weight, they'll
bro, come on,
sculpt
bro.
that thing up, man.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, I'm not with it. Listen, bro.
That's the only thing is I think video games and purchasing stuff like that just takes people's discipline away because you don't have to work for it.
Wait, what?
You don't have to work for it. You don't have to work for anything in video games if you could just buy it.
That's true. That's true.
It's just automatic. You just want it, you just buy it.
Listen, bro,
it's
that's why people hate pay to win.
I don't do the video game thing, but people play video games and want to spend their time and their money however they want. But at least put the time in to achieve what it is you're trying to get.
To achieve greatness. Yeah. It's greatness.
No, that's why I think that the achievements that you get in the game from just being a badass are way cooler than the ones you could buy. And I think that the community in general. Go ahead, read what you said wow about.
No, I wanted to just read real quick in the chat. Spaz said that Spectral Tiger card is up for sale for $10,000 on eBay right now. $10,000.
Yeah, but it's for sale for 10. Doesn't mean it's being sold for 10.
Oh well, yeah, but I mean, listen,
I could put these shorts online for $10,000 right now.
Listen, baby. The value is is like beauty. It's in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah, I wonder what the last person paid for one is.
Yeah, if somebody put up for $10,000,
sale.
if somebody put up for $10,000, somebody paid close enough to that for someone to feel comfortable putting it up for that much.
I guess, or somebody really doesn't want to sell it.
Yeah,
true.
Or yeah. That's actually really that's a good
sometimes
one,
people want to hike the price up because they really don't intend to let go of it.
Yeah, but if you give me $10,000, I'll sell it.
They'll probably be like, "Fuck, they bought it now."
Yeah.
For $10,000, I didn't want it. I didn't want to sell it. Mommy, more meatloaf.
I sold my Spectral Tiger. Great, we could finally buy a house. No, I didn't want to sell it.
Yeah, right.
Damn, he said it has 65 watchers.
Yeah. See, somebody's they're waiting from the budge even a cent.
That's interesting.
All right, 9,999.
It is interesting. At the very least, it is super interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting.
I'll tell you this much. I miss the point of time in life in general where your accolades were dictated by your dedication. I even just speaking on video games, I spent a lot of time playing Halo 3 and I busted a lot of ass. I've got a lot of clip-worthy moments on Call of Duty Modern Warfare with Berto. I've done a lot of cool shit in life, even like putting my friends on to different types of cuisine and taking them out places, and even with my lady, showing her things and friends and family, stuff like that. Like, I think we need to get back to that. We need to get back to just the genuine feeling of excitement, acceptance, and happiness. Regular bliss, not this synthetic internet created bliss where we get likes and we go insane. I think we need to get back to just like really reality, living life, speaking to people, experiencing new things in real time without our phones. Because not for nothing, you know, I went away, you know, for vacation, and I took pictures and I posted some stuff, but I didn't post a quarter of the things that we experienced, because I wanted to live those experiences. And some of those moments I'll have with me forever that I can talk about around the campfire when we toast s'mores and things like that, you know?
Yeah, and it's also, you worked for it, right? That's what makes things good, is when you remember not having it. When you think like, yo, when I was growing up, I never got to go to Maine. Like when I was growing up, I never got to go to Mexico. I never got to go to Costa Rica. I never got to go to Jamaica. But now that I've worked and put myself in a position to where I can afford to take these trips, you know, that's what makes it better. Like Andrew Tate says it. He's like, and plus we've learned the lessons throughout life of what hard work is, what failure is, and what working hard gets you. Like, you know, I always quote Andrew Tate because, you know, he's the fucking god.
He's the real top G.
But he says like these dudes, these lame dudes that just happen to catch a crypto pump on some garbage ass coin, they missed all the lessons that get you to being rich. He's like, back in the day, you used to meet a millionaire and you knew that was a man with character, stories, failures in his past, hard work, discipline, you know, and building himself up. And he was a man that was connected, had a network, had people that mattered in his life. He's like, now you look at these dudes, he's like, he could be a millionaire and he's just a geek. He's like, he's never done anything. He missed all these lessons. He's like, yo, and he said, I could walk in a room full of crypto guys and I keto everybody in the room. It'd be a bloodbath. He said, and nobody could stop me. So that, you know, that's what it, you know, it's hilarious, but that, you know, you miss all those lessons. You don't get the wisdom. You don't get the, you know what it is to work for these things because you just move some numbers on a screen and hit 10 million. I mean, you made the right call, but you're still a lame. Yeah. You know, you're still a lame, bro.
He has this really funny fucking thing he says about like when you see a guy, what does he say about the guy pull up in a Bugatti or Ferrari? Yeah. Can I want to misquote it? Do you
Which
know
one?
it?
What do you mean?
When there's X kind of guy.
He said when it's 3:00 in the morning and a guy and you pull up to the petrol station in your Lamborghini, he's like, and a little dweeb gets out. He's like glasses, little skinny lame. You're like, oh, this guy's a loser. What a geek. He's like, you know, and then he's like, same Lambo pulls up at 3 a.m. at the gas station. The big guy gets out, big, tall, strong, Cobra tattoo, top G. You think mafia boss.
Mafia boss.
You know? and it's true, man. It's like, you know, it amplifies. Money amplifies. And you got to make sure that you have some of those lessons. I mean, and that's why you end up with people threatening the quick time cook or whatever, you know, threatening him because he doesn't understand what it is to work for something and then to possibly be able to lose something. You know, he was born into wealth. So therefore that's when you get your Prince Joffrey, you know, when you're born into wealth.
What do they call that? Being born on third?
Oh, I never heard of that before.
I never heard of that. Like what, third base?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good expression. I like that.
Yeah, I never heard of that.
I never heard of that either, but I like that expression. I might use that. But
yeah, they're not humbled. No,
and you don't understand the work. You don't get it. You know, and it's detrimental, I think, to people's character, especially men.
Listen, if you look at any of the Waffle House, and I fucking love Waffle House, so I got to keep bringing them up, especially since we're talking about this. But if you look at any of the Waffle House videos, those guys are in there willing to die making these fucking waffles that people are eating for like fucking cents on the dollar.
I don't think I've ever been to Waffle House.
What? Wow, that's blasphemy. You know what? This is over.
I've probably been to one.
Oh, all right. So Waffle House is amazing. People. Oh shit!
I think I may have been to Waffle House once. I gotta ask my girl.
That shit can't be good.
I'm thinking I might be thinking of Cracker Barrel.
Yo. First off, Cracker Barrel is trash. I don't care what nobody fucking says. They try to serve me some grits.
What do they sell there?
Trash.
What is Cracker Barrel?
It's like old country. Cracker Barrel is like a old, you know, like the old general stores with the old.
Oh, they make a good chicken fried steak. I love a good chicken fried steak.
Yeah. They make chicken fried steak. You know, pork chops smothered in gravy and all that good stuff.
Okay, I like that.
Biscuits and gravy, shit like that.
I like that shit.
Trash.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Waffle House be open 24 hours a day. Those shits can't be good.
Yo, bro, what Waffle House you could get? Listen, you could get 17 eggs, 300 slices of bacon, two 200 pieces of toast, 14 waffles, 17 pancakes, coffee to fill a fucking swimming pool, and butter and strawberry, and the shit costs like $32.50.
Yo, Spaz said can't be good. The dirtier the Waffle House looks, the better it tastes.
Facts.
So
he's speaking all facts.
All I know is every time I see a shooting inside of a restaurant or a wild ass bar fight, or like a wild restaurant fight, people getting hit with heavy wooden chairs and KO'd on World Star is in a Waffle House.
Every single time it's in a Waffle House.
Every time there's purple box braids flying in the air and shit, and everybody's getting, and somebody produces a weapon, I'm terrified. And then they look, and here comes a Waffle House employee right in the middle, like a G.
Yeah.
That's a fact. Yo, bro,
those guys are ready for anything.
Listen, first day of training. All right, listen, Antoine, welcome to Waffle House. This is how we do things here, okay? So first off, when you get here, you're gonna clock in, and then second, you put on your bulletproof vest, and then third, we're gonna put you on eggs. So you start with scrambles, and then you work your way up to fries, and then you do sunny, over easy, sunny side up, okay, good, and then we'll put you on a waffle station. Good, thank you. Like that's how it goes because it gets crazy. But guess what? Nobody in there is fighting if the food wasn't good because they passionate about the food. No, you're not gonna smudge my Puma while I'm waiting for this $5 meal. It's not gonna happen.
The problem is, like, it's so good, nobody's willing to give any ground.
That's
so
a
when
fact.
people walk in and they got beef, nobody's willing to leave.
That's a fact.
Because everybody's waiting for their food.
And here I was misinterpreting the situation. This is what I get for listening to lyrics and not really finding out what's happening.
Yo, you see what I'm saying?
See? This is why, bro.
I see what you did there.
4 a.m. at the Waffle House. 5 a.m. now we at my house.
Yeah, no. Damn, I'm trying to think if I've ever. Is it better than IHOP?
What? Wait, listen. All right. So here's what I'm gonna tell you. If you like IHOP, if you think IHOP is better than Waffle House, you're mediocre.
None of them are good. None of these fast.
Yeah,
right.
Because IHOP is mediocre, bro.
He said you're a subpar human.
Yeah, most definitely. Because listen.
You think I caught a crypto pump or something?
Yeah.
No, I don't fucking.
Yo, IHOP
missed all those lessons.
Listen,
You
IHOP.
think I'm the guy that pulls out in the Lambo first?
Yo, bro. All I'm saying is IHOP is basura. They haven't been good in many.
All those because it's impossible to be that good at like the rate they're turning over tables.
Most definitely. Get you in and get you out. So you have to understand that egg is coming out of a carton. Those pancakes is coming out of pre-made batter. I think that might be the only thing that they have standing for them, but I can't really deal with it.
Their pancakes are slamming.
Nah, their pancakes make my stomach hurt.
Their pancakes are bomb.
Their pancakes are delicious, and I will tell you,
God.
and also it's also
Especially
possible,
light skinned.
Well, it's you don't know a good pancake, but it's also the fact that you don't even have buttermilk in your house. It's also the fact that
You're the brunch guy.
I'll be fluffing my fucking shit before I put in my pancake. I gently fold my shit.
You're definitely the king fluffer.
Yo, bro, that's it.
Nobody fluffs like I do. How
That's
dare
for
you?
sure.
My eggs, my huevos are fluffed before I fucking fold them into my pancakes.
Berto's the brunch king.
Oh no! But what I was gonna say is that it's impossible to turn over that many tables and be good, and also have food that's like so universally the same across like every single place. Facts. Like no matter what fucking IHOP you go to, those pancakes taste the fucking same. You never taste it. They don't taste any different. They don't taste any worse. They don't taste any better.
Yeah,
well, that's most franchises.
Yeah.
They taste soulless and completely void of any love.
Nah, I think they're good, bro. Their pancakes are good. They're buttery.
I think their pancakes are pretty good, man. I can't front, man. They're light and fluffy buttermilk.
You know what? Listen,
I'll tell you what they're better than. Those fucking hotcakes from McDonald's. I had them shits the other day.
Oh my God.
You can't compare them to hotcakes and
Dude,
McDonald's.
somebody was talking to me about hotcakes and they were talking about how delicious they were. Bro, I went out of my way to order some fucking McDonald's in the morning.
That person has lived in poverty for 3/4 of their life.
3 generations.
Listen,
oh my God.
if ever you order breakfast and you got to watch the pressure that you put on the knife because you might cut through the plating, you need to expand your horizons.
That's a fact.
All right?
That's
if that
funny.
sausage patty is causing you to cut through the goddamn, you need to just be careful.
You're absolutely correct.
That's a fact. Listen, Berto's taste tested every pancake from here to Panama.
I've had many
on
pancakes.
an adventure bike.
I have tasted many pancakes. I like sweet stuff. I like pastries and shit like that.
Nah, you're a sweet guy.
Yeah, man, you're sweet. King Fluffer, the sweetest.
You guys are up to something today. I can't get my finger on it.
We're not.
Not at all.
We're not,
Something
bro.
afoot, man.
Yo, listen.
You got anything else? You guys got anything? That's it. I'm pulling this
All
off.
right, we're 2 hours in.
Yeah, nah. We've been going at it.
My
man.
girl texted me. She's like, "You're over the hour."
Oh shit, nah.
That's it. We're done.
Yeah, that's it, man. Yeah, what is
I just got the angry emoji face like this.
There you go.
The red one like this.
Listen, you guys want me to take us out tonight?
Yeah, you can. Before you go, I want to stir the pot. Ray Fig says Dan Twist sounded like T.I.
Damn.
Listen,
can I have his money?
Expeditiously.
Yeah,
serendipitously.
Yeah, I'm gonna need y'all to move expeditiously. All right.
Does he? His family definitely makes fun of him, right? Like his family and friends would definitely be like, "What the fuck you be saying, bro?"
Yeah, right.
They don't make fun of him. That's the man with the bread, bro.
Yes, if I eat a breadwinner, you get to act however you want to act.
Don't be saying shit about him.
They say, "Yeah, you want to dress funny and talk funny, do whatever you want. Just make sure them checks don't stop."
Yo, listen, my man had a 34 length jean with like a medium white tee and a Atlanta hat crooked on his head. Something's wrong with the bull, and they still praised him. I don't know what's going on.
Some live in the VIP yard.
Yeah, his music's good, but
I bang with T.I., man. T.I., listen, T.I., we fuck with you, man. Shout us out on your pod. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. Go ahead.
Yeah, expeditiously.
Take us out expeditiously, Twiz.
Got you. Listen, man. Everybody, it's Masters of None, episode 106. Check us out anywhere you can find your podcast digitally. Check us out on YouTube. Follow us on Twitch. Give us a thumbs up and a like, and please subscribe. And we look forward to seeing you again on Thursday. Masters of None, we out of here.